Hey, what's up everybody? The March leaks are here and I'm excited to share what I know about the events for next month and also the new streams that we have. There's actually a couple of things that are really interesting that I'm personally looking forward to. So the first thing is the new event that's going to come out next month, which is Samurai Stories. And take a look at the pins here. I think these pins are my favorite pins out of all the pins that I've owned. So I'm definitely looking forward to owning this particular pin. Sometimes I get questions about what these pins do. They don't really do anything, to be honest. They're just more for decorations. You could have them for your profile. So this is going to be the pin that I'm definitely going to be displaying once I get it. Okay, and then the next thing that's interesting is the score challenge. We haven't had a score challenge in a really long time. So for Group A, we're going to have all the new Tsums, which I'll cover in a little bit. And then Group B is going to be also another 2 new Tsums, but Group C is where a lot of people can make up room for, or at least prepare for Group C. Because in Group C, you will have 3 different Tsums, and one of them is a new Tsum, so you can't prepare for them yet. It's the Royal Mini Tsum. So if you clear the event from Samurai Stories, you're going to get the Royal Mini Tsum. But the other 2 has been out for a while, and you might already have these 2 Tsums. So you could either use Kimono Daisy or Festival Donald. So if you want to prepare for the score challenge, you could try to get those 2 Tsums to level 50. The higher the Tsum levels, the more scores you're going to get because they're a higher score. So if you want to prepare for Group C, you could do that. But for Group A and B, you can't really prepare for them until the new Tsums come out. Alright, so let's take a look at the new Tsums. For the month of March, they are going to split up all the lucky times, and in previous months we would get all the Tsums in every single one of the lucky times, but for this month they are going to split it up. And in the first lucky time, we're going to get the first 3 new Tsums, which is General Mickey, Kabuto Goofy, and Kabuto Donald. And out of all the new Tsums for this month, General Mickey is going to be the best one for coins. The other Tsums is still a little bit too early to tell. I'm going to have to play around with them a little bit to see if they're useful for anything else, so definitely stay tuned and I will give you guys an update. And this might be a good time for you guys to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Not only will I do these leak videos, but I will also do game demonstrations to demonstrate these new Tsums, as well as all the Tsums in the selection box and pickup capsule. So if you're into that, definitely subscribe to this channel, and it's definitely going to help me out a lot, so appreciate it if you already subscribed. But back to these 3 new Tsums. General Mickey is going to be a fun one to use. Kabuto Goofy and Kabuto Donald aren't necessarily bad, they're just not amazing. They're still going to be viable Tsums, but like I mentioned, let's wait until they actually get released, so we'll take a look at them later. And the next 2 new Tsums are going to come out in the second lucky time, and they're Star Wars themed with a little bit of samurai theme mixed into it, which is kind of cool. So for the first Tsum, we have Samurai General Darth Vader, and then the second one we have Ashigaru Stormtrooper. And again, both of these are pretty decent Tsums. They're not amazing, but not terrible. So if you're looking for a good Tsum to use, I would actually recommend to try to get the Mickey one out of these 5. But honestly, if you get any of the new ones, it's already a win. So the game demonstration for all of these Tsums will come out right when they get released, so stay tuned for that. The X shape that Samurai General Darth Vader will make, I think will be good for beginners. But really, I'm just really excited to see the animations for all these new Tsums. Okay, moving on to the selection boxes and pickup capsule. The first box that we're going to have is a selection box. And in the first selection box, we're going to have 12 different Tsums, so no changes there. The 12 Tsums include the White Queen, Barley, Prince Ali, Panchito Pistoles, Jack Sparrow, Big Bad Wolf, Mowgli, Tramp, Fairy Godmother, Ursula, Thumper, and Timon. So nothing really amazing in the selection box, or in this particular selection box. Out of these 12, I would like the White Queen and Barley, maybe Timon, but none of these are necessarily super amazing or any must-haves. If you're relatively newer to the game, I would still recommend to try to get Lucky Time, especially that first one. But yeah, nothing too exciting in this very first selection box. Okay, so next we have a pickup capsule, and in this pickup capsule there are 6 different Tsums, 4 of which are limited Tsums, meaning that they're not in the premium box, so if you want to get them, this is the time to get it. So in this pickup capsule we have 2 copies of Bride Ariel, 1 copy of Prince Charming, 3 copies of Elizabeth Swann, 3 copies of Gopher, 3 copies of Flynn Rider, and 3 copies of Cheshire Cat. And again, nothing too exciting. I think if you are a player that connects really long chain or can connect a really long chain and do it fast, then Prince Charming is a good option. But these 6 are not necessarily super exciting. So if you don't have the coins saved up to clear this entire pickup capsule to get that last prize, which is a skill ticket, I would actually recommend you to just save your coins and wait for something better to come around. After the first pickup capsule, it's going to be the second pickup capsule. And very similar to the first pickup capsule, we're going to have 6 different Tsums in here, and also 4 of which are limited. So for the first one, we have 2 copies of Fix-It Felix Jr., 2 copies of Practical, 2 copies of Bride Rapunzel, 3 copies of Musketeer Goofy, 3 copies of Evil Queen, and 3 copies of Marie. So out of these 6, I like Fix-It Felix Jr. and also Marie, but again, not necessarily too amazing to the point where you must try to get them. If you don't have 450,000 coins saved up for this one, I would also recommend saving your coins. But if you do have 450,000 coins, you should definitely try to get the skill ticket and save your skill tickets for a Tsum that you definitely want to level up. These skill tickets essentially are the golden ticket that you want to save up on a Tsum that you really want to level up. So if you have the coins, then it's definitely worth it to try to get that skill ticket. Alright, on to our last selection box, and in this selection box, just like any other selection box, there are 12 different Tsums in here, and this one is kind of important, so let's take a look at the 12 Tsums that are in here. So we have Festival Donald, Jafar Genie, Enchanted Cinderella, Romance Belle, Figaro, Hero, Wally, Wart, Genie, Belle, Mike, and Nala. Now, the reason why I think that this selection box is important is because Festival Donald is in here. So if you want to participate in the score challenge, you're definitely going to need to at least get Festival Donald or the new Tsums that we have. So I definitely would recommend you to try to invest a little bit in this selection box if you don't have Group C Tsums, so that way you can at least participate. I really do enjoy the score challenge, and sometimes the score challenge does yield you some pretty good prizes, so I think that the investment to at least get 1 copy of the Tsums in Group C is definitely worth it. Alright guys, here's all the Tsums that are going to be available for next month. Let me know in the comments below which ones you're going to be trying to get, or are you going to be saving your coins until something better comes along. But given that this month is not necessarily a month where you have to blow all of your coins, this might indicate that something better might be coming in April or in May. Historically, when we have 2 back-to-back months where it's mediocre, the 3rd month is usually when something amazing comes around. So if there are no Tsums in here that you really want to get, you may actually opt to save your coins, because I suspect something amazing is going to be coming in April or in May. More likely in May, to be honest, because that's when the Star Wars Tsums come back, and you might even encounter Jedi Luke. We didn't have Jedi Luke last year, so I definitely think that it's overdue. I definitely do think that for this year, Jedi Luke will come back in May. For me personally, I'm excited to see all the new Tsums and their animation. I typically play with the music on as well. I want to hear what the audio sounds like. So those are my 5 that I really like, but out of all the other boxes, Jafar Genie, the White Queen, and Barley are likely going to be my top 3. But we'll see when the time comes when these new Tsums come out. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you guys found this video helpful in determining if these Tsums are worth investing or not. And if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this, or see the new Tsums how they look, definitely don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It will help me out a lot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.